Hi everyone, and welcome back to our deep dive into the High Holidays video series. After celebrating a wonderful Rosh Hashanah together this past weekend, we find ourselves in the days between, sitting with all of the spiritual richness of Rosh Hashanah and looking towards Yom Kippur with hope and with joy. But rather than simply being a waiting period between these two holidays, in the eyes of our tradition, these days between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur are very significant days, and in particular are the most potent and important days in the year for the work of teshuvah, for the work of reflection, repentance, and repair. These are the days in which we're particularly urged to seek forgiveness for the hurt and harm we have caused to others, and to forgive others for their transgressions against us. In fact, the Mishnah teaches that if we have not in some way addressed the hurt and harm that we have caused others before Yom Kippur, that Yom Kippur will not atone for these transgressions. Now, in his work, the Mishnah Torah, Maimonides outlines what this process of seeking forgiveness and of inner reckoning for the harm that we have caused looks like according to our tradition. To summarize it briefly, it involves the following steps. First, it involves recognizing that we did wrong and verbally confessing it. Then it involves feeling regret and remorse such that we're motivated to reach out to the person we caused hurt to. Then it involves seeking forgiveness from that person. Then it involves understanding the reparation that they need and then making it directly to them. And finally, this process involves not repeating that harm again. During these days between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, we're invited to engage in this process with those we have hurt and harmed. I also want to name in this moment, however, that for some of us, this time might not be the right time for this kind of process. Some of us have people in our lives with whom we have complex or deeply painful relationships, and this is not the moment to be in a process of repair and reconciliation with them. Perhaps for us, these days between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur can be about something else then. Can be a good time to check in with ourselves about where things are in that relationship, or to check in on how we are doing in our process of inner healing, or to think about what our next steps might be in moving towards repair and reconciliation if that feels at all desirable. This work of teshuvah in our relationships with others can look a lot of ways, and I want to encourage each of us to do the kind of process within ourselves and with others that is right for us. With this in mind, I want to invite us to reflect this week. What might a meaningful process of addressing the hurt or harm that you have caused or that others have caused to you look like? And what do you hope that such a process might allow for in the year to come? As usual, I look forward to hearing your responses to these questions. You can reach me at rabbi@bethtorah.org. I look forward to hearing what's on your heart and your mind.